end of Burger's End. After Grimley's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos's armies and his wrath. The old shafts brought them close to the busy town of Burger's End.
이제 양조장 추가되네요. 이거 좀 귀찮아지는데. 수송대를 끊어야 되는구나. 귀찮네.
Talia and the all-devouring evil's army had left the mines of Steelsmith behind them, far from Tanos and his henchmen. The tunnels brought them close to the city Burger's End, in the Empire's hinterlands. Burger's End was known for its voracious heroes. More specifically, their appetites were wait for it, dairy.
Legend.
They ate so much that the city had to be supplied with food from the surrounding area on a daily basis. True story.
These gluttons are going to be easy. Onwards, creatures of the deviant evil! Give these gourmands their just desserts!
This hasty attack wasn't the best idea, as the what is cannon fodder for evil's creatures all too quickly found out. These well-fed warriors proved to be exceedingly powerful and dismembered the advancing horde with terrifying speed.
That could have gone better.
Naturally, a battle like that can work up an appetite. Luckily, a transport full of food showed up shortly after the clash. The wheels quickly turned in the deceitful evil's evil brain. What if those deliverers were to have an accident on their way to the city, and the city suddenly ran out of food? It giggled a treacherous little giggle. Those wood piles could be used as a roadblock if they were put into motion with a few hefty blows. That would make transporting that food even more difficult.
Okay, then we'll starve the pigs out. A brilliant plan. Do we have to do this? I feel so bad about killing Grimley. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought that evil act would finally extinguish the good part of me. I guess I'll just have to put up with you for a while longer.
These schizophrenic monologues are really annoying. They prevent me from saying so much more.
Not the worst thing when I look at the reviews of the last game.
What? How dare you? Talk about cheeky. You haven't heard the last of this.
인신처? 있구나. 그러면 필요한 게 전층이 칠업돼 있네요.
In its boundless genius, the prudent evil had provided Talia with a few gobberbots whose combat strength would prove extremely useful. They were just, wait a minute, where are they?
Yes! They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the postman just left a note at the dungeon entrance saying that I wasn't home. I was here the whole time.
Oh, how I'd love to work with professionals. Just once. Professionals. Just once. Take a deep breath. Remember what they taught you. You don't want any more of those electric shocks. Fine. Fine. And so, the bad-tempered evil quickly threw 2 gobberbots into the dungeon. Then it went out to find that postman and beat the living crap out of him.
나왔네. 한 좀 점령을 해야겠는데? 미안. 때리면 안 되는데.
What do you want me to do?
The advance of the homicidal evil's armies had not escaped the voracious heroes of Burger's End in the short pauses between meals. They immediately sent scouts and combat troops out towards the dungeon.
Ah, these stuffed pigs will be a piece of cake. We could also deal with them peacefully, couldn't we?
That was a noble thought from the good Talia, but the heroes of Burger's End were not choosy about what they ate, and dark elf fingers were considered a delicacy.
Oh, disgusting! Right, let's roast these pigs. Oh, good call.
집변조도 늘려야 될 것 같은데. 맞네.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Time to die. Ah!
Payday.
All that is good.
스치가 이거든가?
The power flows through my veins.
풀링.
Evil will triumph. Who do you want to?
The evilness collecting evil had, well, collected evil. Damned adjectives, whatever. It soon had the chance to research Gobobots, enabling it to recruit them itself in future. This extremely useful research would equip all normal goblins with a mech, greatly increasing their combat strength.
I'm the Queen of Evil. Gosh, hey! Time to take out the trash. Destroy them all. I'm the Queen of Evil.
들어가서 피 채우고. 연구할 방을 만들어야 되는데 이건 진짜 애매하네. 여기는 무슨 방으로 할까?
I am invincible. Well,
여긴 나중에 그 딴 걸로 쓰고.
The first food delivery set out for Burger's End. Of course, the well-prepared and not at all surprised evil would never let it arrive at its destination.
Who do you want here? I am evil. What can I do for you?
쭉 나갈까? 오네. 쟤들 애는 좀 귀찮겠네요. 좀만 뒤에 있다 가자.
Payday.
Good will fall.
The destructive evil had destroyed the food delivery before it even got close to Burger's End.
안 쏴. 아이씨.
A satisfying crash and clatter heralded the unapproachable evil's army's destruction of the pixie camp. A wonderful thing, because the sound of their wings reminded me of the mosquitoes that attack me in bed at night, damn things.
아, 저쪽은?
I'm sure we could have come to a peaceful agreement.
Peaceful agreement with something that sounds like a mosquito. Trust me, there's no room for peace there, only total war. Even when you search every crack in the whole damn bedroom at 2 in the morning for the stupid things. Defend the dungeon heart.
Just wait.
주문이 뭐더라? 보감이 어디 있더라? 이걸 작업실로 만들 거거든요. 이건 말고 아, 이걸 할걸. 수송대 두 번째 거 출발할 텐데. 잠깐 이거부터 누르자.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
북쪽 라인을 좀 돌파해볼까?
Do.
아이고, 아이고.
Tanos must die.
정책이냐?
Hey, keep your hands to yourself.
책 안 먹었네?
I am the Queen of Evil.
The stagecoach, I mean the food delivery, was on its way to Burger's End. Naturally, it would never reach its goal.
이걸 차단하라는 소리인데 여기서 못 치죠? 여기서 끊어야겠네요.
It's payday. These wood piles close to the entrance to the city.
We've stopped the food deliveries. Let the pigs starve. I will destroy this land.
책 있다는 어디지? 아, 저기 있네.
Ouch! Ouch!
어우씨, 뭐 나가 죽을 뻔했어.
I want Tanos's head.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
공구 몇 개? 9개밖에 없어 아직도? 만화는 충분히 모았네. 어디 보자.
I am the evil.
어떻게 가야 되는 거야 이거?
We should use the wood piles to close the entrance to Burger's End.
잠깐만요. 이거 어떻게 하는 거야?
Not gonna get up.
와우, 씨. 쓸어버리네.
And stay down! Evil is unstoppable!
The ambush planning evil had taken advantage of the blockades and thereby significantly restricted the food delivery. The stagecoach, the food delivery, was on its way to Burger's End. Naturally, it would never...
이쪽으로.
Excellent! Let's hit the
아, 이제 호위대가
greedy
있네.
bastards right where it hurts most. In the gonads? In their stomachs.
저거 부시면 안 되는데 서둘러야겠다.
It's payday.
아직까지는 월급이 감당할 만하네요. 칠면조가 문제네.
The masterful evil had destroyed the delivery without even breaking a sweat.
이제 주는구나.
Spiders have spread throughout the underground. There are enemies in your dungeon. Your dungeon heart is under attack.
올 수 있나? 안 되죠? 이거 먹어라. 저건 내가 끊으면 되고. 어디 보자.
One of your islands of evilness is under attack.
왔네?
Keep your hands to yourself.
You have lost an island of evilness.
사실 지킬 필요는 없는데. 내가 뭐 하려고 했더라?
You showed him.
여기까진 정리하고 이동해야 될 것 같은데. 어디로 가야 될지 아직 몰라가지고.
A number of food deliveries simultaneously set out for Burger's End. Naturally, the insatiable evil would never let them arrive. It's payday.
묘지도 연구를 해둘까? 돈 남는데.
The beer brewing evil could now build a brewery. Alcohol and heavily armed evil creatures. What could go wrong? But apart from that, the brewery was able to brew delicious beer, which the
또
horde
공격하나
creatures
설마?
craved. Beer was essential for the horde, as these stubborn creatures demanded the delicious beverage as soon as they acquired a certain amount of experience and wanted to continue their training beyond a given stage. The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries to Burger's End.
분산시켜야 될 수도 있겠네요, 이제 뭐.
The highway robbing evil hadn't even let a crumb roll through to Burger's End. Excellent work. A brewery now twinkled and sparkled in the alcohol-dependent evil's dungeon. Yet before that noble drop could be produced for the horde, a brewing kettle would first need to be erected.
Just wait. Take that, you worm! This
Oh, apparently a couple of heroes got lucky and caught a couple of goblins away from their gobo-bots on a pee break. You should free them as quickly as possible. The first brewery was now ready to roll. Soon, a creature of the horde, or a little snot, would here begin to produce the noble brew. Not only was beer essential for powerful horde creatures, it also had a healing effect upon them. Ah, if only that would work for me.
Anything that increases the troops' combat strength is great. Go, creatures! Get yourselves drunk! Ouch!
Thankful and relieved for the helping hand they received from the massacring evil, the goblins immediately joined its constantly growing army.
I am the evil.
못하네. 묘지를 만들어야 되는데
It's payday.
이거를 뭐 하려고 했지 내가? 어디 갔냐? 칠면 좀.
A number of food deliveries simultaneously set out for Burger's End. Naturally, the insatiable evil would never let them arrive.
골치 아프네. 제 생각에는 하나 만들어야겠네요.
Me on the enemy.
빼고.
Who do you want dead?
좀 땅 좀 파고 있어라.
One of the deliveries to Burger's End met an inglorious end.
I am even stronger.
고이대도 없어? 그럴 리가 없지.
The masterful evil had stopped all the deliveries from getting through. Terrific! There are enemies in your dungeon. The dungeon heart is being attacked.
좀비도 다 들어가는구나.
Payday.
우라. 오레벨들이 슬슬 생기고 있네. 오네.
Scouts inform the highway robbing evil of a number of deliveries on their way to Burger's End. Aha, the roaring evil thought.
두께가 온다. 아니야, 그거 아니야.
Come on.
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries to Burger's End.
Thanos must die.
좀 이따 먹어야겠네.
Thanos's head.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
응?
Showed him.
The destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliveries.
술도 모자라네요.
The masterful evil had stopped all the deliveries from getting through. Terrific! Payday.
Everything good must die.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
씨.
Your dungeon heart is under attack.
두 번 남았네요, 웨이브가. 아우, 렉걸려. 돈이 없네. 씨.
A number of food deliveries simultaneously set out for Burger's End. Naturally, the insatiable evil would never let them arrive.
Who do you want killed? You desire? What's up?
The destructive evil's armies had destroyed one of the deliveries.
Lead me to the battle! Good will fall! Time
It's
to take out
payday.
the trash. Destroy them all!
The all-destroying evil had destroyed one of the deliveries.
Oh.
Burger's End was doomed. The feasting evil's armies had laid low the last of the defenders, and now rampaged
그냥 막으면
through
끝나는
the
거네.
city, plundering and burning as they went.
Wonderful! Let them burn! Okay, somehow that was extremely evil. I mean, I haven't forgotten that bit about the dark elf fingers, but maybe we could have gone about things differently? Just shut up and look at the fire!
Talia sat and surveyed the heartwarming scene. Every now and then one could still hear some screaming in the distance, but they soon ebbed, and there was no sound except the crackling of the fire. Well, aside from the roaring of the vile evil's creatures, of course. Once the plundering and arson had gone on long enough, the hinterland conquering evil's army marched on.
오.